Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
You're a really dull class.
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring.
Biden crime family.
Why, you're getting nervous, man.
How dare you?
And Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
You're wrong.
Puerto Rico. I will never apologize for standing up for an LBT. I intend to resign as party leader. LGBTQ2+ kids' rights.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
As prime minister. The level of admiration I actually have for China.
Oh, son of a...
But he called her a third-rate politician. He said there are communists involved and you guys might like that.
Good morning. Sunday morning.
Shut up, silly woman. America will never be a socialist country.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
America was founded on liberty and independence and not government coercion, domination, and control.
To collapse the liberal international order. He is the smartest man I know. You know the thing.
It's the Donald! Oh my God!
No, but I mean, it's not about, I know.
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
Called the wrap-up smear.
It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk.
Please clap. Welcome to the greatest MAGA celebration stream on YouTube at 11 p.m. in my state on whatever moon phase we're in right now with Black MAGA hats ever.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. We are continuing to win. I am still I'm starting to chafe a little bit. I must say. But all right, show of hands. 0, 1, or 2. We still happy with Trump? How's Trump's performance currently? Show of hands. Show of hands. Hayden, you son of kick him. Get him at it.
I'm just saying,
Hayden.
and it's not Trump himself.
Get him, Chad.
It's Pam Bondi that's causing problems.
Bitch. All right, so you're team Rep Luna.
Yeah. I'm Team Luna right now. I'm a little bit pissed off. Bondi already has some baggage that she drug up into this position, and it's kind of starting to pop up again. And I'm starting to wonder if this was really a good choice. So
we got everyone, Trump, but Matt Gaetz, and that did not. Which is why we got to keep her on. But also, she's got probably 10 bajillion things she has to do right now. So I'll.
But if it's on the desk, let it out.
I know. Yes, like how on the desk, already properly redacted and stuff on the desk. Woohoo! Needed this today. Hot damn, Jake Martin. So did I. The fact that I finally get to talk about politics for my job at Stream Come True. ABF, the Dream Maker. How you doing today, buddy?
Good. I'm just wondering what happens to those 200 million people that die every time you show that intro.
I know it's adding up.
We're going to wipe out the population of the planet before long.
I'm considering making a vaccine for it and making it mandatory. It should be very lucrative. All my hundreds are getting broken. I keep having to throw them away. I need more. So seems like a good business opportunity. Wait, did you do your intro? You introed. Hayden, 75. Do your intro.
Intro.
Wonderful. Now, Isaac 556545 on YouTube and X.
Yeah.
The reply guy on our show. I can't believe it. He finally got up off his butt and he became a meme lord.
Yep.
And he's making it big. Isaac.
Big.
How many followers are you going to have by the end of 2025?
The end of 20. Oh, I don't know. I'm shooting for 5K on X.
Yeah, that's
there
that's
you
the
go.
Good goal. That's what I like to hear. Then you got to buy like a little like foam board, and you got to cut out pictures from magazines and put them on and stuff like that. Do a little vision board that says
Magazines,
5,000 on it.
websites, exactly, with all the yarn and
works.
everything and all that. Yeah.
Cornboy knows. He vision boards thumbs up for $1.99,
Exactly right.
and the thumbs up just come right in. They work. I know it.
It works every time.
That's right. As I hit my mic. Fantastic. Yeah.
Professionals. Well, see, you got to get all this stupid out. A lot of this stupid remains, but you'll get some extra stupid out of it.
Oh, there's a lot to get out in my case, so yeah.
Well, Rachel Maddow certainly has a lot to get out as well. I think she might have a lesbian crush on Joy Reid. She gets a little handsy in this, so I don't even. Joy Reid, that happened since our last one. I don't think we talked about that. Right?
We have not.
I think we talked about it.
This happened last week. I think.
Oh, did it? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it happened last
I'm
week.
on so many. They run together, and I talk politics on all of them. Just Joy Reid. All right, it feels good, but we've already had that. We have other things to move on to, such as Rachel Maddow's reaction to Joy Reid, and what do you think it is? Why did Joy Reid get fired? What gets blamed?
Racism.
It's
points to ABF and Nor.
Misogyny. I think it's misogyny over there.
-5 points to Hufflepuff. Rachel Maddow sounds off on major MSNBC lineup changes and exit of Joy Reid. I think it is a bad mistake to let her walk out the door. I'm not sure that's how firings work.
Yeah, no, it was more like she was shoved out the door, and they're lucky they didn't pick the 18th floor window to push her out.
Yeah, I, when I first read this, I imagined her getting like thrown out like bouncers at a Western bar in the South. All right, so handsome. All right, so we'll be getting to it. He/she/they is out the door next. All right, so there's no colleague for whom I've had more affection and more respect than Joy Reid. I think Joy needs to report her to HR. That's a little too much affection for colleagues. I love everything about her. Stranger danger. I've learned so much from her. I have so much more to learn from her.
Okay.
I do not.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go
say
ahead,
this.
please.
I
Please.
think I have more respect for Brian Stelter than I do Joy Reid.
Oh,
it's close.
yeah,
but
he's less of a race baiter.
He's less of a race baiter, exactly.
Like, he's just as much fake news, but it's like less race baity
Yeah.
fake news.
I think I respect him a tiny bit more than I do Joy Reid.
Isaac, what's MSNBC gonna do without Joy Reid?
I don't know. I mean, without her, where are they going to get their good source of racism? I mean, I'm sure they're going to find it. What's her name? Circle back. Jen Psaki there is still going to be doing her thing. And
Steal her job.
she's going to make up for it. You know, she's like, oh, boo-hoo, I'm sad, my colleague. But she's going to dip right in there.
Hayden, they replaced a black with a ginger.
They let the ginger keep her job.
Reverse ginger
miracle.
side.
Oh yeah, no, she's keeping the job, and she seems to be like she's gonna get Joy Reid's spot. So they're replacing the black woman with the ginger.
Yeah. This is making America
Cats and
great again.
dogs living
We're seeing it
together.
happen, even at MC. Yeah.
Ginger lives matter. All right. Oh, if they're hot chicks. All right. All right. MSNBC declined to comment for some reason. Maximus beats those feet. Oh no, are those Brie Larson feet? Oh god.
Oh God.
99 cents says nothing, but says 1,000 words with that one picture.
I call it
Mostly-
getting flashbanged over on my channel. So
Where were we? Thank you, Maximum Speed. All right, so they're doing a big old shakeup. I'm so glad because I promised media layoffs and we got some, but they weren't as big as I promised. And now I feel like promises kept, and we're going to get more. So, MSNBC shakeup. They had to get the president out. They got a new president. So they got a new president from another big mainstream media organization, a senior executive. Where do you think they stole a senior executive from?
CNN.
5 points to Hayden
Really?
Wainendor. Yeah. All right. MSNBC's failing. Let's put a CNN executive in charge of it. Yes, that's a great idea. Let's do. fantastic.
CNN has already been on the decline, so it would only make sense that one of them would disappear and get absorbed by the other.
MSNBC's ratings are in the toilet, and they make fun of CNN's ratings. All right, so Isaac, well, I'll give you first response to this. Maddow called it indefensible that MSNBC's 2 non-white hosts in prime time are losing their shows. Can you believe that MSNBC's racist, Isaac?
Wow. That's crazy. And during Black History Month of all times as well, man, how insensitive of them.
It's pronounced Black History Month. You got to do the F at the end. Thank you.
Black History Month.
ABF knows how it goes.
Well, let me ask you a question. How do I say it? So
I had to ask the question, who the hell was the other non-white host? And I looked up the other bitch that got fired. I'm like, all right, no, white women. And then I was like, wait, who else got... So I didn't know. So I had to do... Isaac, I know you've done this many a time. I had to go to Wikipedia early life section.
Oh,
Turns out the other... Turns out the other host is half Burmese, half even whiter than me. So that's considered one of the 2 non-white hosts. And then she like vaguely remembers, oh wait, Asians are white adjacent. So she's like, oh yeah, and also the Asian lost her job too.
Wow.
Please leave a thumbs up for all of our amazing commentary. You can't get this anywhere else.
Ambulance.
ABF, how's MSNBC gonna recover?
Honestly, I think that they're going to be just fine. For some reason, the lefties have favored that one over all the others. So I think all the other ones are in trouble, to be honest.
Thank you for setting me up for this next part. It got reported a little bit ago, but there's so much going on, it's easy to forget. They are going... NBC is spinning off MSNBC, and in the process, they're basically going to fire a bunch of people and force them to reapply because they're creating basically new companies or something. I don't know. It's not just these news people they're literally trying to like ostracize the cancer essentially of MSNBC from the rest of NBC. They're spinning off like 10, spun off from the among the 7 linear cable channels that are soon to be spun off from NBC Universal into a separate company. They're being invited to reapply for new jobs. That has never been happened at this scale in this way before when it comes to programming changes. ABF, I'm so sorry, but I'm not sure the liberals are going to save MSNBC.
You might be right, because I mean, typically when you make a move like that, you're expecting to piece that off to somebody. But I don't know. Maybe they're trying to separate it so that they can blob with the others. I don't know.
I think what they're trying to do is there's a common business tactic that happens in the oil field industry, for instance, where they won't have each individual pipeline that runs be a part of the company that actually operates those pipelines. They give them their own LLC so that if something goes wrong there, they're able to say, yep, that was this LLC. Then they close down that LLC and they can build up another one after repairs are made so that they have to pay less in damages.
Yeah, and it seems like with MSNBC, there's about to be lots of damages. RFK, I'm going to keep mentioning it till it happens. I've got it on my fucking vision board. Take away their big pharma funding. No more big pharma ads on television.
Yep. And I was just going to say that too. There's also accounting reasons to separate 2 different companies like that too. So maybe now that the USAID stuff isn't going around, maybe the main studio isn't able to grab some of that. So now they need to like separate so they can start taking losses and like write that off, you know?
Brought to you by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and viewers like you. All right. So Trump, of course, had to weigh in. This whole corrupt operation is nothing more than an illegal arm of the Democrat Party. They should be forced to pay vast sums of money for the damage they've done to our country. Fake news is an unpardonable sin, all caps, exclamation point.
I love it. I love it. What a fantastic way to put a pin in that and just go, nope, here it is. This is the problem.
I love all the money we've been giving you for so long. It makes this clip hit differently.
Money, please. My money.
It's actually our money. Give it back.
Yeah.
And
And
of
we have
course-
freedom of the press in this country, not freedom of the government paid propaganda. You know, there's a
Absolutely.
big difference. People don't seem to differentiate those two, and
Well,
they have not been
Obama-
pressed for decades now.
Obama on the way out though did slip something in where he did make
Yes, he did.
propaganda legal. So
Did.
Unconstitutionally, but yeah. He's
all right. So they're not handling this very well so far. Jon Stewart accidentally slices his hand open during fiery takedown of Elon Musk department. He got so much EDS, he literally hurt himself. All right, let's look into this. The companies so basically it's all like, they're not cutting in the right places, where inadvertently he had essentially is like, oh, there's tons of waste, but they're not cutting the waste I want them to cut.
Well, it's so unpopular to disagree that they have to kind of agree with it.
Well, I mean, and that's Jon Stewart. He's like, I'm like smart and intellectual, and I have like 49% good take and 51% full blown global homo AIDS. The companies we subsidize with billions of dollars are allowing us the privilege to negotiate the price of 10 of their drugs, and 10 is all of them, right? It'd be embarrassing, blah blah. It basically Trump. I call balls and strikes, and he literally went after Big Pharma. It was during lockdowns when he gave Big Pharma a lot of what they wanted, but he went after them to get the prices down, and he did a lot of good. And then when Joe Biden got in, immediately everyone's like, oh no, my insulin prices, now it's $200 and such. So he did lots of good, but of course Jon Stewart would not say something like that. And then he spiked the mug on his desk, shattering it to pieces. He quickly realized, whoops, I will be going to the hospital soon.
So I believe this was a bit gone wrong. He was actually so mad that he had a mug that was supposed to shatter, and it just shattered the wrong way.
Or, you know, they were supposed to have like a sugar glass, but ABF, you know, he put him in touch with a good armorer he knows, and they ended up having a real mug instead.
So are you saying that that Doge caused him to cut himself? That's what essentially happened.
Well, it's in EDS. Elon derangement syndrome.
Elon derangement syndrome.
And / bit gone wrong. And then he's all, no. What about all the, wait, what are you?
I actually have a scar on my head because I did something similar. Yeah, right there. See it?
I do see
that. Yes. Exhibit A, Your Honor. All right, so blah blah blah. How about all the subsidies we give to oil and gas companies that turn billions in profits? Yeah, and provide us
those subsidies
energy.
Provide energy to the entire country cheaper than you can get it anywhere else in the world. What do you mean, sir?
We also export it to the world as well. Yes. How long did that take? Oh wait, how about we just close down the carried interest loop on hedge funds? Hedge funds so bad. Also, Jon Stewart's brother ran the New York Stock Exchange. That's $1.3 billion a year. How about we stop the $2 trillion we've given to defense contractors to build a fighter jet that blows? Stop subsidizing the military-industrial complex to rip us off. Okay, I think we can agree there. We're working on it. We're literally auditing the Department of Defense, like Pentagon and what have you. Oh, it's so stupid. When everyone knows the next war is going to be fought with drones and blockchains, whatever that is, holy shit, I can't believe it. I just saved us billions of dollars in 11 seconds. Yeah, awesome. We'll get around to it. He basically just admits there's tons of waste and fraud that we need to get rid of. His complaints, we didn't get rid of his pet project things he wanted us to get rid of. Oh, how about we'll get to him? Don't you worry. Let's cut even more in the process.
And don't keep in mind, they were upset over Elon looking into anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jon Stewart was the token conservative on leftist Comedy Central with a night show for years. Like, he's not right wing. He played a right wing character on TV, and he still frankly does.
Who, Colbert? Or who?
No. Jon Stewart.
Well, he's
he's right wing. Like, that was the point of
New York liberal.
Show was
like what Trump was when he was like
right wing
supporting Hillary and crap.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. What the?
Yeah.
20 Australian. Oh, behave. Thanks for the game, Erwin. Keep up the great work. You guys have heard.
Is it a game about digging a hole?
It's a game. Yeah, he didn't even. I love it. He didn't realize to like gift it to him that it was actually called a game about digging a hole. I know, and it doesn't make any sense. And we're all addicted. It's amazing. Oh my. $5. I'm saying first time I played it, I beat it in a little over, I think, 2 hours. So good amount of time for a stream. Just saying. And yeah, ABF, I got to beat it under 30 minutes. I don't know how you did it. I assume witchcraft sacrifices.
I'm just that good. No auto clicker or anything. Nope.
The dude can dig.
Remember my shirt that says "Get Good"? I just did that. So.
Yes, please. Something yet. Please, guys. Please. I tried using the shovel emoji in the super chat, but it won't work. He's already got on the break. He's one of us already. I love it. Thank you, Nat. I always appreciate you. All right, so Isaac, my lawyer has advised me to have you sit this one out. Clyburn. Okay. Speaking, we got race baiters. Yay. Brown was fired along with white officials because he's black. Woke and DEI are substitutes for okay.
Wait,
all right.
what?
So Trump fired a bunch of woke ass generals. And so he fired a bunch of woke white generals and people, and he also fired a woke black general. So as we all know, the reason he fired the black general was because racism, obviously. And how do we know? Because nobody's found any fault with him whatsoever. I believe he made the Air Force super woke. He probably is the one that brought us pregnancy flight suits. Because of his skin color, he's been declared DEI or woke. Is that why you think the president let him go? Because he's black? That's what I think. I'm not leaping anything. I'm going to buy the book that Hegseth wrote. What did he write in that book? Now, you know that these words that they're throwing around like woke, that's an acronym that they have come up with. You know what it means. When they say DEI, we know what it means. What does it mean? As I heard somebody say earlier today, they're substituting these acronyms for the
It's not an acronym. You're using the word acronym wrong.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a euphemism.
Wait,
you retard.
Yeah, chat woke. I need the whatever. What does woke stand for? I need the acronym for woke, please.
Why or kill everything.
Well, let me just add something really quick. You're supposed to build the military, and every time you're going to make a decision, you ask yourself, does this add to the lethality of the military? And if the answer is no, then you don't make that move. That's what's happening. They're trying to cut the fat out of the military because they're
literally
taking away from the lethality.
Yes. They're doing moratoriums, let's say, but oh no, all those trans fighters who they pass the standards. It's totally cool. I mean, they're in the media obsessing over being trans, but like they're not a distraction or anything to military readiness or unit cohesion or anything like that. But they're super obsessed with this so much that they need to be on mainstream media talking about it. Isaac, my lawyer has advised me that you've got 20 seconds. Go.
Okay, so they're okay talking about trans in the military with guns, but when trans do other things with guns, the media never talks about it. And also with the black general, I don't know, maybe he was teaching them to shoot sideways, I'm not sure, but nonetheless, he's gone because it reduced the lethality. My time is up. Okay, I surrender my time.
Oh, hey, I was giving you another thank you, Your Honor. All right. Actually, I need you for this next one. Wiley Austin. Whoa, no, what? All right. Absolute pleasure having you all here. Love you guys. Isaac, I've literally been saving this one for like a week specifically for you. We actually have an emote in chat for this as well. All right.
Oh yeah.
Why are y'all a bunch of queers, Isaac?
Oh no. I would say quite the opposite. I know I'm a little biased.
Yes, no, that's why I brought you on. Tell us, Isaac, you're not all a bunch of queers?
No, I would say, we were, I'm born in the double aught era, and we were born in the 9/11, and
possible.
We came to age in the COVID 2020 hell world, and we also have access to the internet, and we question and tend to notice things, and a little autistic maybe, but it's all tend to question narratives. We listen to Orwell. We kind of grew up in the Papa Ron Paul generation. And, so I'm just saying, I believe Trump's approval rating in my generation, Gen Z, is around like 60 to 70%, depending who you ask. Everybody I talk to is like, yeah, Trump is pretty cool. He's doing some good stuff,
Gen X are the ones who most support Trump, and then Gen Z, I think, are like 1 point behind.
Yeah, I did a video on it last week. We're at like 63% approval amongst Gen Z with Trump.
Us millennials are slacking, guys. I'm just saying, Gen Z, we used to like make fun of Gen Z for how woke they are, and now they're more based than us. Guys,
Yeah.
come on, millennials.
We're the ones offending the boomers left and right. And
I thought we were the last hope. All right, so Isaac, then we need your expert opinion. Is it because you guys had all the woke, because you guys do have some super woke Gen Zers.
Absolutely.
And is it all that where now, I mean, young people usually want to be counterculture. Now the counterculture is conservative. They're rebelling against the establishment. Now the establishment is woke as fuck. What is it?
I think part of that is the counterculture. You see all this sick stuff that was in the White House, plus, Obama, all this stuff. And the counterculture now is being based, being traditional, being a white Christian male. We were told you're
7
evil.
kids.
Being a white Christian male, we were told you're the devil. And then we realize, no, we are the way we are. And we're embracing our country, what our country's built on. And we want to bring it back.
Us olds had the insanity ramped up. Like, we got to live through like grow up in 90s and stuff. So we got some classic like Americana, USA, 90s, rah, let's go. I mean, I just got Chuck E. Cheese flashbacks. You guys though, you guys were just born. Like, I was born in wokeness.
I was born into it.
Molded by it.
I was going to say, I think what it is with Gen Z, what we're seeing is sort of the opposite of what we saw with Gen X, right? I think that it's bred into Americans' blood to want to rebel against things. And that's maybe why we don't see it as much in other places. But we do rebel in America. We push back against whatever the status quo might be. And Gen X was kind of the final bringing that wokeness into everything. And then millennials, we got to live through the worst of it. And then Gen Z came up during the worst of it and are naturally pushing back.
Mm-hmm.
So just natural young people rebellion and going towards counterculture now,
Yeah,
as Paul Joseph
so.
Watson
Still
predicted
get a
so long
lot
ago.
of them that are woke, but you're going to have more and more of them that are waking up as they're aging up, which is
Elon buying
ultimately
Twitter
good.
contributed highly to this, highly, with the free flow of information.
Do the kids use the Twitter though? I thought they were on the gram and the TikToks.
I would say that's more Gen Alpha. That's more, you can actually on TikTok. You can get stuff through.
Yes, and that's I assume because so many of the youngsters were getting red pilled on it, and then they just kept red pilling themselves.
Even if they build an algorithm to take control and force a narrative, people will still break through, and truth will still find its way to the light.
Absolutely. This is why free speech is so essential, because censorship, it leads to this leftist ideology. When you can speak freely and cross, you realize that most people are common sense when you can speak freely.
Oh yeah, well it's like, Alex Jones is getting like 100,000 followers a week on X right now.
Oh yeah.
Imagine what he would be at if they didn't ban him from the freaking internet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess we'll touch on it real quick though. All of US identifying as a bunch of degens, 9.3%. Up from 3.5% just in 2012.
That's because they keep adding letters to it, and also like every white woman is non-binary now.
Oh no. They're bisexual. That's literally that is what is driving it up. The recent increase is largely due to more adults in their late teens, 20s, and 30s, particularly young women drunk at college who want all the boys to be all saying they're bisexual. I just wanted to have some fun.
This was a thing that started with my era of the millennial generation. I'm in my early mid 30s. And whenever I was in college back in the early 2010s, that was when I first started hearing people talk about how they were pansexual and hearing all of these different things. And everybody was starting to identify as different things. And I had no idea what was going on. So I thought it was really funny to tell every pansexual that I didn't understand what they meant and that they were attracted to kitchenware.
Yeah,
and they hated that then. They hate it even more now.
They're putting chemicals in the water.
So 9% for the whole pop, 23.1 Isaac.
Because it's popular.
That's
yeah,
fake news.
Like, wanna
That's
have
fake news.
fun? Do you not believe? Is it all the bisexual?
I do
is
not
it all
believe
the,
that.
all the girls in college who are like, I'm
I
bisexual?
can guarantee you a lot of this is virtue signaling stuff. I'll
Yeah.
bet you a lot of people, they put pronouns in their bio, they do all this stuff. I'm this, I'm that, and it's all because the victimhood mentality. I'm special. I need attention. It's narcissism, is what it is. It's narcissism on social media.
They're the people that are bi, but somehow always have a opposite sex relationship.
Yep.
Mhm.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
or
fake
like
news.
they're like Destiny. We're like, I just want to like experiment because I ate and drank too much soy. So this graph right here, this is not a normal graph. This is like nature versus nurture. I'm sorry, this is not nature. This is nurture, or what we call in the tinfoil hat community, social engineering. All right, next tab. This keeps making me so happy every time I see it. Oh my god, give me the books.
This one came so out of left field. Like I did
did.
not expect this at all.
I was hoping he'd get something in Secret Service.
Mhm.
All right, so Dan Bongino, Deputy FBI Director, which is number 2 at FBI. It was Andy McCabe. Let's see if we got him on here. No, he's got to be on one of these books. Yeah, Andy McCabe, where's he at? No, he's not on here. Well, big old Russiagate, Spygate as he called it. Balls deep in it. One of the like top 3 people looking into it. The other 2 would be Devin Nunes and Kash Patel. Kash Patel, the director of the FBI.
Yeah.
And also had been worked. I believe he worked with him. He's had him on interviews and stuff. So I was not expecting it. So he knows all of the Spygate stuff, all the setting Trump up, all the Russiagate, and he knows all the players. So that was the first book, was all the Spygate stuff, and then it failing, and then Follow the Money, which is how they're all connected. And then I don't own it, but he followed it up with one all about Soros. So he knows
bingo.
He knows all about the FBI and DOJ corruption and persecution of Trump. And he knows all about the Soros NGOs and all that. He knows about all the deep state. And he's quite based for Fox News, but he's still got some occasional Fox News libertarian opinions and whatnot. Not perfect, but who is and whatnot. But he's quite based. But Kash Patel Kash Patel is Alex Jones levels. Dude gets it. So those 2 teaming up at the FBI,
It's awesome.
we got to get that Pam Bondi in line, and we will be discussing that.
Yes.
Because if we have those 2 at the FBI, and then hopefully John Ratcliffe does something over at the CIA, that's the deep state right there. And so I listened to Bongino. He is great. He has so many great takes, and he's just a great person. He's also a big part of one of the original investors in Rumble. He was also part of Parler. If any of you guys were on that before Amazon removed it from the internet after Jan 6, I was on there, and then I wasn't
Parler's
on
still
there.
a thing. They're trying to come back.
Oh,
But
yeah,
good
they
luck
are.
with that.
Yeah. All right.
They
so
missed it.
so he's legit. Big old free speech guy and what have you. Gets it. Love the dude. Now Kash Patel orders 1,500 FBI agents and staff out of the building on day 1. So they're not fired. He's sending them out of Washington, D.C. and reassigning them elsewhere. And one of the things I loved about Dan Bongino, one of his suggestions that always stuck with me was get rid of the FBI, dismantle it, and then just put the various state agencies in charge of all that stuff. Just give them the resources and what have you. And I was like, well, that's a great idea. That's how you get rid of the FBI. That's what Kash Patel is essentially starting to do. He's moving them out of Washington, D.C., moving away. And then as far as dismantling IRS and income tax and all these ATF and all the other things, we might just get rid of the FBI as Department of Education. That would be amazing. But get rid of the FBI?
Dismantle it and replace it with nothing.
Yes. Yes, and salt the ground so nothing grows on it afterwards.
That's right.
FBI was on the ground during every one of those major protests in 2020, and they were only leaking the information that made the right look terrible.
Well, FBI was implicated in the kidnapping plot against Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
Yeah, here's a bunch of prepaid credit cards. Go buy some guns and ammo. Yeah.
And then one of the agents in charge of that got drunk and beat his wife, and then got sent to DC, where he then helped run the Jan 6 operation.
Yeah, of course. Was his name Ray by any chance? I'm curious.
No,
No,
different guy.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's someone Cash Patel and Bongino may be looking into. All right.
I think real quick, I
Tell
think
me.
that they could spend the next 4 years trying to root out the corruption in the FBI, and I don't know if they would get all of it out. Like, that needs to be their primary focus, though. Focus on the FBI, focus on the institution, because
that's what I'm saying. Dan is the man. Dan's the man. Cash
yeah,
Patel,
I
they
agree.
know who to shit can. And I got rid of this, but apparently Washington D.C. didn't get to used to run itself. Congress ran it.
Yep.
And Trump's
Absolutely.
like, let's go back to it. So they literally are, because that's the whole like Washington D.C. is its own like little like city state thing, whatnot crap. Like, yeah. Let's put Trump in charge of Washington D.C. They literally, the Democrats turn it into like East St. Louis essentially. It's like one of the biggest. It's like not quite Baltimore. It's like a half a step above Baltimore.
I could be incorrect, and chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there was actually a significant period of time Washington D.C. was not allowed to vote because they weren't counted as living in the
Having
rest of the
souls.
United States. Like, they were just supposed to be the government apparatus, so they couldn't vote on things except for at an official capacity.
It was meant to be a bedroom town, essentially, for non-residents, which are politicians coming in from their districts.
Yep.
And statehoods and stuff, but it's not meant to be a voting permanent residence place.
And similar to how like San Francisco, California has to clean up all their shitholes before Xi comes, Trump was pointing out like, we have people come over here like from Europe and whatnot to Washington, D.C. and then they have to avoid getting stabbed and mugged in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
That's not a good look for us, guys. Also a good point. And yeah, those DC police, very much so part Jan 6. All right, super quick. 8 Latin American crime groups designated as terrorist organizations. He's going after the cartels. That's going after the CIA's like money right there. Like, oh, that's insane. ABF, sorry, what were you saying? And then we're going to talk about Trump's going Breaking Bad.
I'm good. But on that, there was a Texas resident that was recently killed by an IED set up by
one of the cartels.
Yeah, one of the cartels.
Yes.
So.
I can't remember if it was MS-13 or if it was I don't think it was Tren de Agua. It was the other big one out of Mexico.
It was like a roadside bomb, and it just like totaled his truck while he was in it and killed him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to be going after border agents with like drones and crap. They're going to be attacking. So like, this is good. He needs to destroy them. And Mexico's already trying to like resist it a bit. And it's like, yeah, good. Show that you're a narco-terrorist state, like propped up by CIA drug money. You want to go after the deep state, you have to go after the cartels because that's all their black money.
Well, look at how many of the crazy leftoids got rabid after the fake news reports were, oh, we're sending U.S. military troops into Mexico. No, that's not the case. We were sending a few select squadrons of troops to go train the Mexican military, and now they're trying to push back against even getting the training to fight against the cartels.
Yeah, can we designate them a narco-terrorist state and just go ahead and deal with Mexico? Oh, sorry, no, it's after Canada. All right, so I noticed this. Talking about Element Show and whatnot, says Jalisco distributes tons of cocaine, methamphetamine, and fentanyl in all 50 states. Did you guys know what this is?
That person's high on fentanyl and fell asleep at their computer.
Adderall.
I think that's
Adderall.
It's a cat that walked on the keyboard.
Oh, that tickles my tongue. No.
Come on, guys, get a copy editor. It's not that hard.
It's Newsmax too. Like, come on. All right, yeah. Trump going full Breaking Bad. You love to see it. All right. I've seen this a little while ago, and man, I really have been considering turning one of my hats into a tinfoil hat, and I'm thinking
tinfoil hat. Yeah.
I'm thinking sombrero. Yeah, actually, I didn't get my tinfoil hat out. What am I doing?
Damn.
Where is it at? There it is.
Sombrero would protect you from the cartel.
It would.
Give me more of my
that
cheese
overlapping protection. Like, see, that one has an antenna on it that may draw attention. You need to have the wide brim to help protect further.
It gives. I can get farther away from my computer when I'm using these. If I have this on, though, it's really nice.
A Yankee with extra brim.
Wait, what? A Yankee with extra brim? What is that? A Yankee? Doodle Danny?
What?
Defibs rarely fail if they do. No one is shocked. Oh my god. Defibs rarely fail if they do. No one is shocked.
I like it. Good job.
You have been approved, Boosh. Sorry, there you go. Thank you, Boosh. Oh, my hat. I can't hear anything now. All right. All right, 1 second. Where were we? All right, moving on. We have too many tabs. All right. My girl. I knew about old Rep Paulina Luna's MAGA swimsuit. She has several other swimsuits in her MAGA line of swimming suits.
Thank God.
You guys were getting like suspiciously like not paying attention.
What are you talking about? I was listening the whole time.
Paying attention.
All right, I got this. This is for you guys.
My show had value, and that. I'm sorry.
Your tears are so yummy and sweet.
So good.
Yeah, because I had already heard and I had celebrated, and then the next day I got up and I found out she cried about it. Yeah.
Amazing.
And then meme them for crying. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Urban Spouse, I can at least promise this will be used for next year's Vegas vacation. Is that good enough? And or we can put it in like an escrow account or something. I don't know what those are. I just want to sound smart. I'm sorry, Erwin Spots. I'm so sorry. Damn, I still need to get a MetaQuest so I can watch Better Man in VR for you.
No, you need to get a MetaQuest so you, me, ABF, and Badger can all play the Star Trek bridge crew.
Oh
yeah.
We find a game where we can shoot like things or each other, like multiplayer. And I
already know which one. Cool. Pavlov.
Okay. All right, we need to play some more clips while I think about how I need to buy VR that I don't need.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
All of the headshots.
Everyone has AIDS. My grandma and my dog go blue.
AIDS.
I know we got Hayden around here too.
Always love to see the bridges getting exploded.
Your ass is awesome.
Who did that one? I don't know who did that. Bush for 2. You must be aphasia because you left me speechless. Is that a condition where you can't speak? What the fuck is aphasia? Oh my god. Thank you, Bush.
The hypnotic dad jokes are spreading
without you. Oh, for Paulina Luna.
Right. Nice.
Oh yeah, that's your pickup line. Yeah, man. Is she also like a lawyer, or is she just like a model? Like I said, I knew about one of the bathing suits, but all right. So we have some drama, MAGA drama. Who would have expected? So we got so much MAGA drama ahead. I can't freaking wait. But this was actually handled somewhat well. I couldn't believe it. Rep. Anna Paulina Luna calls out AG Pam Bondi for allegedly stonewalling release of the Epstein list JFK files. Honestly, I just think Pam Bondi shouldn't have said it's sitting on my desk. I think she should have just
think you're right.
Not said that. But
She's
Hayden
made that mistake multiple times.
Yes, but Hayden is team Luna. Tell us why.
Yeah. So, okay, Anna Paulina Luna is somebody who has been hardcore that she's going to go after this stuff, and she got appointed as the person to be able to present it. And whenever Pam Bondi was confirmed, we had a couple of doubts about her record there in Florida. She had some things that were major misses, and it was state, so it didn't ever hit national news level, but she had a couple of things that she kind of missed on, and we were a little bit worried about that. And this looks to be similar to what she did then, where it was just like don't ever bring it up again, everybody will forget. And that seems to be where we're going right now.
So Partly it's because Twitter is getting on her. Twitter's holding her feet to the fire, so she's holding like Pam Bondi's feet to the fire. But then also she's like, bro, I can only like do some. All right, but it's actually handled somewhat well. I'm very happy to see. So as General Flynn was saying, release everything at once. We don't need a trip down memory lane. We need full transparency from the USG, I assume United States government. Yeah. All caps. And then she's like, hey, Flynn, you of all people know that I nor the committee have any declassification authority. The declassification approval is done by yada, yada, yada. And you know this. We do need transparency, but we also need people like you, all caps. We also need people like you putting out correct info. Emoticon smiley face. Oh, no.
Well, and to be honest, the reason that I raised one hand during the beginning of this is who has the ultimate declassification authority?
Trump,
the president of the United States.
Yeah, and that's what they're saying.
The fact that he is not immediately saying, "Okay, this is declassified," but then you have Waltz, Tulsi, and Bondi, who could all come together and say, "We're going to declassify it," and they're not making that priority. Whenever they said that was going to be a day one thing that they were going to do, this looks really bad on them right now. And
I know why. We all know it. The Epstein stuff, it was being run by the government. They don't want to expose themselves.
Probably 3 governments.
It was run by a government. There was definitely governments involved. That's for sure.
It was a blackmail factory is what that was.
Yeah, for the Americans, the British, and the Israelis. Yes,
exactly.
All 3. And so it's not even just... Plus, like, it's not just like a list of names. It's like lots of files, not to mention all the evidence they probably have, which they definitely can't be releasing. And then there's all the victims. You can't be like getting any of their names and stuff. So like, I'm all for them getting out, but it's going to be a minefield. They're complaining about an email where they ask for 5 bullet points what you did last week. Like, this is something you got to at least handle properly somewhat. But the problem was, she said, it's on my desk. So everyone's like, well, then give it to me.
Imagine what this could do for a global revolution to happen, because we're already seeing it in the United States government. Imagine if they throw the British government and the Israeli government under the bus in it as well and say, look, we were all involved. This was what was happening. Then is when we're going to see real change starting to take place in the world. And we're seeing a significant amount of it, but there's still so much more that could happen.
Yeah.
Isaac, more thoughts before I go on to the drama that ended up pretty decent?
I think you're right. There's many governments involved with this, and a lot of politicians receive money from various governments that may or may not be involved, potentially, who knows, possibly. With the whole on her desk thing, that's the problem, and that leads to potential mistrust. And the fact that we even have to talk about it is kind of concerning a little bit. So I hope that this gets pushed along pretty quickly and we can see the lists, because this is something that is essential. It's essential.
Yeah. But then at the same time, also, like, there's lots of people he compromised, lots of people he also tried to compromise. Like, he was all about giving people like rides on the plane and whatnot. So there are probably some people caught up in it who didn't actually go along with it, whatnot too. So it's like, as second that list comes out, it's going to be a burn them at the stake kind of situation.
Yes,
we got to get it right.
I understand that. Well, like, yeah. I mean, I believe RFK's even said that he was on there twice with his family from one place in the U.S. to another. Simply innocent. Innocent, but there might be other people, like you said.
Matt Groening from, like, The Simpsons. Mm-hmm. Apparently his feet were really disgusting, but no sex stuff was accused, just having disgusting feet. Oh, wait, hold on, I got a clip for that.
What are you doing? Digging. Why? Make a hole. A hole for what? More digging. Okay, then.
$5 a game about digging a hole. Who was saying what? Go ahead.
Trump was on Lolita because his plane broke down and Epstein offered to let him borrow his jet to fly to New Jersey or something like that. So
that's the thing.
He's going to be on the list too.
A lot of people might not understand that Epstein chartered out his plane all the time. Whenever he wasn't using it, people used it for chartering private flights. So just to be on the flight logs for the plane is one thing, but the flight logs to the island specifically would be the things that are of more interest than just being on the plane that become colloquially known as the Lolita Express.
And he was a manipulator that tried to be very friendly with powerful people as well. So he tried, doing a favor here of take a flight on my plane was something that he would definitely do.
He's in politics, entertainment, and science. He had them all. Which that's something
Major
a lot of
eugenicist as well.
Yeah, a lot of people don't remember the Zorro Ranch or whatever it was called.
Zorro Ranch in New Mexico, which coincidentally won the Oklahoma Powerball back in, I want to say it was 1993. The signer for the winnings was the Zorro Ranch Foundation out of New Mexico. Yeah. There's a whole thing there that you can dig into. It's wild.
Yeah, like they're into cloning and crap. Yeah, weirdos. All right. Flynn acknowledged Luna's response, stating, Rep Luna, thank you very much for responding. I do appreciate it. Yes, well done. I'm fully aware of declass authorities. The POTUS already signed the order. At this stage, there's no more debating the classification, as we were talking. The files should be fully 100% released without any redactions. That, well, no, like legally, you can't be like, there's going to have to be some redactions.
You can't legally do that, yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of things. Yeah, even if we get everything we want, like there's going to be redactions. The American people can take whatever it is we are to learn. We already know a lot, but it's not just like we can't. The people in the United States government agencies that can't take it are those who will be exposed because of what we'll learn. We need accountability and no more long legislative processes and investigations. We need Doge-like transparency. Again, yes, this is how you do it. You start off with the nice and you end with the nice. You do that sandwich. Again, many thanks for all you're doing. You're a fighter and we want you to keep fighting. There are very few in Congress who are willing to stick their necks out. And she says, thank you, General Flynn. That's why you do the sandwich, guys. Just do the sandwich and we could avoid so much MAGA drama in the future. Yeah. Anyone got any thoughts on any follow-ups?
Fine way to make a statement, but still, if it's on your desk, what are we doing? Yeah. But put Anna Paulina
she's also got like
in charge
JFK,
of censoring it.
They're also like UFOs. It's like there's so much stuff like because there's the committee she's on where they're investigating everything. So it's like let's give them a little bit of time. Obviously, hold their feet to their fire, but like releasing all this, it's going to take some time with some things. There's a little bit of time. I'm currently happy with the speed, and even Trump's like faster, more, deport more, destroy more government. So it's good, but also the thing is, no need to attack the people who are doing good.
But what is the list that everybody wants before everything else? It's the Epstein list. Give us the Epstein files. That needs to be your priority.
The JFK one is up there too, but Epstein
it's up there, but
so,
that's already happened. Yeah, Epstein is still one of those that's still fresh in everybody's minds, and that's the one that needs to come out more.
Well, the JFK files haven't fully come out yet, so
yeah, I'm all for the duct tape, like coming right off. Yeah, sounds good, but it's like you got to do it proper. Like an email that says "What did you do last week?" as absolutely has in meltdown. So optics and that crap does matter.
It's a long wait just so we can see the JFK files with the words accidental discharge.
Yeah, Despot magic bullets. All right, so many tabs. Oh my God. Dan Crenshaw wants to kill Tucker. Thoughts?
Dan Crenshaw's a retard. He should be removed from office. My state never should have voted him in as a representative, and everybody in his district should have to face 40 lashes for doing so.
Let's bring back lashing. I really like that. This next story really makes me think we need to bring back lashing. Some of you guys might have missed this. It went under the radar a little bit. They've obtained logs from the NSA's secret trans sex chat room. Isaac, anything you want to tell us before I keep going on with the story?
It's standard procedure for the federal government. I'm not shocked.
In which NSA, CIA, DIA employees discuss castration, artificial vegans, urine fetishes, polycules, and gangabangs. All on government time. I know.
I just have to say, I fully support the castration of federal employees. I think that's fantastic.
Based.
I'm not talking about putting the servant back in a public servant. Gelding is definitely,
You can't run for office unless you're a eunuch.
That's right. Absolutely.
I like it.
And you're not allowed to own stocks. Yes.
Yep. You're not allowed to own stocks or have a
I want to bring back public hangings to send a message to criminals. Fine, we'll meet in the middle with public lashings. Deal? Everyone cool with
Hey,
that?
now remember, lashings were a thing that were around back in the medieval times. That might be why it was on my brain, is because I'm playing so much Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 right now.
And when you do it, you have to yell out, "Your name is Sam Wilson." When you do it. That's
Okay, see, you took it in the
I know
direction
it.
I was trying to steer away from, Isaac. Damn
Okay,
it.
sorry.
I don't really know what you're talking about either.
Oh.
All right, so basically they used God, where is it called? Intellant or something like that. So it's their own little like group chat. Instead of a Slack, there's like government like Slack.
Yeah.
So it's like actual like official government thing. This wasn't just them like random social media page and blah blah blah. Of course, this stuff all got immediately destroyed by executive order and whatnot. And yeah, they talk about all of their fetishes and stuff like that, and they're like all trans and what have you, and it's kind of insane that like the percentage of the population is trans versus how many are in here is kind of insane. Almost ethical non-monogamy, polyamory. Some of our friends have practically polymers with all the
Polymers. Okay.
So some of you guys are super based in chat, might know about the CIA and what sort of things they have on their hard drives.
Mm-hmm.
Those that don't know, our intelligence community has lots of perverts, we'll call them.
That's one way to put it.
Perverts that need to go on a walk in the woods and never be seen again kind of perverts. For the good of society, of course, in Minecraft.
Yeah. Fall in a wood chipper.
Millstones.
So yeah, that whole thing, and like defense contractor, what was like Halliburton, what like UN, like all of the deep statey people, all the NGOs and whatnot, the Hillary Clinton Foundation, like Hillary's people, they're all a bunch of creepy like sex traffickers. Like it's they're mobsters. Like they're Tony Montana, but have less morals than Tony Montana. It's yeah, and Trump's going after him as hard as he possibly could. 2 hands up, one foot down for Pam Bondi. All right.
Yes.
So, speaking of all these demented creeps, all right. On one hand, Doge computer nerds review government data to eliminate waste and fraud. On the other hand, demented creeps at intel agencies spy on you at will. Which is of greater concern? Anyone?
I'd say the Patriot Act for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Like, I am constantly like, this thing's, even if I'm not doing anything wrong, I don't like this thing staring at me.
Yep. Remember when it was a conspiracy theory to believe that the government was spying on you, and then all of a sudden that woman that was shopping for a pressure cooker downstairs and the kid shopping for a backpack upstairs had their door busted?
Yep.
By the FBI. Yeah, that stuff happens all the time.
All the time.
It happened right after in 2013 in Massachusetts. Yep.
Yeah. Now, some people like to say, "Oh, they're all a bunch of satanic pet." No. Some, though, there is certainly a segment, and, you know, it's like with the illegals and what have you. It's like, well, let's get the criminals first. Here's the crazy idea. Let's get the, like, pedos first. Like, let's go. That's something like... there's so many, like the trans issues, immigration, there's so many things Trump's going after that's like 70+% like super majority support. Going after the pet, like I don't think there's any more super majority like Americans would support going after them.
Do you think
absolutely?
And Doge has any ability to go after the pedos at all? Like, can Doge do this with the cutting?
I don't know.
Well, that's gonna probably more be a Dan Bongino, Cash Patel situation, or Homeland, Kristi Noem, Homeland Security situation.
In the terms
probably.
of firing people,
that's gonna be FBI. Like, look
charges
there first, let's say, and then use
when they audit the Pentagon and find $2 trillion missing, and they start clawing some of that back, they might get some. All right, so a list of 5 things that the average American did last week: went to work, had a portion of their paycheck stolen at gunpoint by the government.
Yep.
Look, it's easy. We can do it. Mine went to work for me. I put quotes around some of the words, but yes.
So did you see that the whole like plan has been foiled as to why they were doing that in the first place?
What?
And I'm guilty of this at my job for doing it to the employees. They just wanted to see if people would email anything back at all so they could turn those email addresses off.
Yeah, that's actually...
Because they pay monthly for Exchange and Microsoft software leasing and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you can just turn that stuff off, if they're real employees or not.
Oh, I thought I deleted a tab. Okay, yeah, I already deleted it, so I'll talk about it briefly. But I think Massey or someone was talking about when they were mayor or something like that. They noticed they had contracts for all of the phones going out.
Yes.
And he's like, it was insane. So I'm just going to send like an email. Hey, link your phone to your account so we can have a list of all the actual phone numbers. Here's your final warning. They had like a month and a half or two to do it. And then they shut off every single one that didn't respond. And then the police were like, oh, hey, our fingerprinting machine isn't able to like fax it to somewhere or whatever. So they're like, oh, well, we'll turn that on. That was the one thing they turned off that was actually a mess up. I am happy to have a minor disruption for 1 or 2 people getting fired when we actually need them. We will hire you back, but did not do it just because we might make the mistake. No, sorry, you're fired if you can't do it. And then you got a bunch of agencies like, oh, don't do it. You don't have to. Or, hey, if you do it, you're going to be in trouble.
Very similar story for me. We canceled a whole bunch of email addresses, and then all of a sudden our scan to fax machine stopped working because it was using one of those email addresses. And then we just turned it back on. And you know, you're gonna make a couple mistakes, but you have to be able to weed everything else out.
Absolutely. We need a blanket approach. This is not a job for a scalpel whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, machete actually. ABF private.
No, you
chat.
know what I think? You know what I would use personally.
Oh, oh, yes, get it. Make the sounds. You're not making the sounds.
No, that's what I think we need to approach government with, is a much more harsh, brutal approach and not a scalpel. We can go back later and graft things in with the scalpel later on. But
yeah,
so what? Cut big chunks out.
Argentinian leader brought the chainsaw, so the Colombian president will bring the machete. All right, 1 second. All right.
Where do you want
moratorium? Right there is perfect.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Bitch. Wait, hold on. Well, let me get myself together. I'm about to crash the fuck out. So where is other government agencies are really like standing up for their fucking employees and things? My agency decides to say, hey, the email is legitimate. Please send 5 bullet points of what you did. You know what I'm gonna send?
Oh, what you gonna send, girl?
I did my motherfucking job.
Oh,
That's
shit.
it. I ain't sending shit else. Y'all are fucking crazy.
Yeah, we are.
Afuera.
Yeah. What did you do last week? And then puts motherfucking in the government email. Yeah. No, fired. Yes.
We was federal employees, that's for sure.
Speaking of our incredibly competent federal employees, ABF, you might be able to say something about this. Our like IT and the federal government and what we're using is beyond outdated, which is probably why the Chinese did the Office of Personnel Management hack in 2015, where they took everyone in the government's information, essentially. And they're worried about Elon taking it. Don't worry, they already gave it to China. And then actually, I'm going to skip ahead real quick. They actually said,
really quick.
if you... all right, you really quick, and then I'll do my really quick. All right, CNN accidentally suggested CIA employees are disloyal to U.S. Basically, they said, oh no, they're firing all of these people. That means, oh, that's right for the Russians and the Chinese to steal them up so they can give them all their information and whatnot. It's like, if these people getting fired means that they are going to sell out to a foreign government, we should not have them employed by the government. ABF, what were you going to say?
Every single workstation over at the SEC had ransomware on it around Christmas time last year. It was 1 month after our company got hit with the ransomware that I had to recover from. We didn't lose any information, but it was a pain in the ass to recover from.
A lot of the servers that government
4,
runs their
5
programs
days
off
recovery?
of are like from 1987 IBM servers.
Aren't they on like Windows? And some of them are like doing Windows 98 for like the FAA crap.
Well, our nuclear silos are run by computers that have actual floppy disks, so you can flop back and forth like the
Those are older than me.
I hated organ transplants. I had a change of heart. ABF thoughts. All right.
I approve.
8 out of 10 at least. Scooby Pop, all caps. All hail the adorable, fearsome Dragon Emperor Erwin. Hail to the great panel as well, who's not as adorable, fearsome as Dragon Emperor Erwin. I agree, Scooby Pop, especially with that last part. Thank you all for your support. I could not do it without you. And literally dream job that I get to talk about politics for my job. All right. This has impressed me. JD Vance has been very, very much so impressed me. He's also been very much so impressing Europe. The Europeans freaking love that speech when he laid down the law at NATO, and then I believe he went around, did some more law laying down.
The European people, not their governments. Just to be clear.
Yes, more on that quite shortly actually, because we had the German election. Seeing President Trump engage with countless regular people and seeing J.D. Vance debate people on this very platform on important issues should convince you that the right administration is in office. They're accessible, transparent, and engaged. I keep seeing like J.D. Vance, and they do like a big old like several reply like thread and whatnot, and he keeps like crushing it. And you just got the vice president just having like political debates on social media. It's beautiful. Could you imagine Kamala Harris having like policy debates on Twitter?
I would have got off Twitter if that was happening. I wouldn't have been able to see that.
I love it. It's like they're real people. Isaac, what are you doing? You are a guest right now, Isaac. Who'd you hit? Henry Throne. Oh, Scoop, thank you for swinging by. Hello. Having a sleepover with niece? Ooh. What are you watching? You gotta be watching something, right? Yes, make gaming great again.
What I like is J.D. Vance also spoke to young men in that speech. He said it's okay to be men, and he really pushed on that and embraced pro-masculine values, which is fantastic. And people wonder why we love him so much. You know.
And the Democrats say it's okay to be a man, women.
Real quick, I want to ask the panel. As of right now, early on, is he the de facto successor to Trump? Or is there somebody else that you think could follow in Trump's footsteps?
Well, if you think there's someone else, you're wrong. Vance wins 2028 straw poll at CPAC. It's always the vice president. He's crushing it. It's going to be JD Vance.
90%.
I
barring
wanted
something
Vivek,
happening.
But Vivek said some stuff that I don't like, and JD has been only getting better. I think.
Sounds very lazy and stupid of you, AB. 1 second. All right. I apologize, boss man. 1 second. All right. So we all it's Jade, and I'm currently very happy. I am already pumped. I didn't vote for Trump the last 2 times because 2020 was such a fudge up on his part. I tried to call my balls and strikes. Thankfully, I live in an incredibly conservative state. If I lived in a swing state or somewhere, I would have probably held my nose and voted. But thankfully, I have the pleasure of being able to stick to my principles slightly. I am pumped to go vote in the midterms. I want to start primarying motherfudgers. I am ready to vote for JD. I am a month in. I am already ready to. I was like, because my whole thing was, hey, win me back. And they didn't manage to win me back. I am won over. When are the midterms? Am I registered? I need to check. Yeah, I'm voting. I'm pumped. And there were going to be a lot of people seeing this stuff who were going to feel similar. Trump tariff win. Apple to invest $500 billion in U.S. pledges to create 20,000 jobs. Ooh, for those that don't know, super far left. Tim Cook, and then Steve Jobs' wife, similar to like the bitch who divorced Bezos. A lot of these broads divorce these rich people, and then they start they become like George Soros's. Gifting money to all Bill Gates is gifting all the money to the NGOs
and they do it to buy influence in an attempt to stay relevant. A lot of the time it's virtue signaling, trying to stay relevant because they've just divorced their billionaire or trillionaire ex-husband, and that's the only reason they do it. And they stay relevant enough, but nobody remembers their name. All that the only people who remember them are the politicians who end up getting a piece of their money.
Mm-hmm.
So, the big guy at Apple seems to be kissing the ring, but I'm not sure everyone is. Did you guys see this voice to text feature when you say racist?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Trump pops up, and then racist pops up. So it's not even that it replaces the word; it gives you like a little mind control, like flash of Trump whenever you say racist into it. And of course, this isn't real. This is, and then everyone, thankfully, we have Twitter. It's, no, here's it happening. Otherwise, everyone say no, it's fake. But since we have Twitter,
it seemed
Fox
to about
News,
half. It seemed like it was about half of phones were doing it.
It was
I had my
probably a
girlfriend
certain
test it with
update.
her iPhone today, and it didn't do it for her iPhone.
Yeah, it was probably a certain update or maybe a regional thing, but it's a California-based company, so
yeah,
that just screams
ABF,
ideological subversion like crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, you're a tech guy, ABF. Is that a lower on the rung person was able to middle like tech guy able to sneak that in? How would it even go about that?
It probably would be in a whole line of a whole bunch of text that you could slip an extra line in there for a particular keyword, but that's someone did it intentionally.
Do you think? Okay, so you think it was done? Okay,
it was intentional. It could have been somebody just above QA, like a final check level, like they popped something back to QA and they made a quick adjustment. And then all you have to do is have one QA person that sees it and go, yep, that's fine. And then they just, if nobody else notices it, they roll past it, they push it out.
There's no logical explanation for it whatsoever because Trump sounds nothing like racist. So.
Nothing. And it just flashes up there and then okay.
Yeah.
I still voted for him nonetheless.
Yes. Okay. Trump signs directive to counter foreign social media censorship demands and defend free speech online. One of the things that bugged me so much in his first administration was, I'll look into social media censorship. And then did absolutely nothing, got removed from social media because he did nothing, and was like, I'm going to create my own little social media silo. But now he's coming back and he's like, oh, these are American companies. You aren't going to keep finding the millions of dollars because of your ridiculous anti-free speech laws. And he's going hard.
Everybody play on the same level playing field, please.
It makes me so happy.
It makes me think of Nikki Haley when she was running. She wanted internet registration. You had to register yourself to use social media on the internet. No anonymity. No, no anonymous anymore. Yeah,
she wanted ID to be on
use the internet. Insane.
Yeah, one of the things I really disagree with Jordan Peterson on.
Yeah.
Oh, Canadians. Am I right? All right. So, and that's a big thing is they are cracking down hard in Europe. So Germany, Syrian won't be deported from Germany despite smashing windows of 245 cars, beating an elderly woman, and possessing illegal weapons.
What does it take?
There's nothing you can do. Even if they do try to deport him, the other country will just say, no, we don't want him. Or someone like Keir Starmer, a human rights lawyer, will get it blocked. Some of them will just get on the plane and then make a disturbance and get themselves arrested to keep them from being deported. Moving on to the next cultural enrichment in Germany. German mother threatened with fine for withdrawing her daughter from mosque school trip. Wanted to fine her because didn't want her daughter go, oh, because Islamophobia? No, not really. A week before, there had just been a terrorist attack. And she didn't want her daughter going out being a white girl at the local mosque getting terrorismed.
That was a 9-year-old, it said?
8 or 9-year-old, I believe.
Yeah, like, dude, what's wrong with that? It's a little kid.
It's because of deep-seated racism and Islamophobia.
Also, it's a mother. Parents should have unlimited rights over where their children go. If it was a mosque, a temple, a church, or whatever, if the mother says you're not going, she has the right to say that, not the government.
You were wrong. The school and the government have supreme authority over the children. How dare you, Isaac?
I forgot.
I mean, well, some of our Europeans might be able to testify is like in school, they push it hard. Like some of this, like how they push all the trans stuff on us. They like pray on your little prayer rug, kids. Just do it. Normalization. Yeah. And then taking your did you guys ever go on field trips to churches or anything like that as kids? Like
I did in college one time because I took a religion class. We were exploring
That's
other cultures, but that I was an
yeah.
adult and I could understand things, but that's a 9-year-old kid. That's really weird.
Yeah,
It's indoctrination.
Yeah,
it is. That's exactly what it is.
And then not only just trying to fine her, yeah, pay penalty, it was, oh, well, your kid can't go on any more school trips the rest of the year then. So just like the super pettiness, we have power over your child. Oh, your child wants to have fun and you want to protect it? Too bad. And then I'm going to tell your child that you're an evil racist and they're going to blame you for not being able to go have fun with their friends. Yeah. And despite that, AFD did decent. But the more mainstream moderate-ish is their closest to like normal like Republican conservative is their moderate people. They won and they're doing a firewall. So AFD I think came in like second or something, like double their previous how many people. And instead of teaming up with them and doing their coalition government, because Parliament, oh God, they're so gay. They have to do like coalitions and stuff. It's like the worst form of government. It's so terrible. And so instead of teaming up with the people who are really popular on the right, oh no, that party is evil, far right. So they're teaming up with the leftist parties. So even though the actual conservatives, AFD, had big victory, parliamentary systems are retarded. So they're going to not have a ton of power and Germany's still fucked.
Do you happen to have the electoral map of Germany, like the way that they voted? Because I saw something very interesting there. So what you see is the people that voted for the actual conservative party.
We're all in the East.
It's East Germany. It's the ones who were behind the wall.
Yeah.
The ones who lived under communism, they all voted for the conservatives, and most of the rest of Germany that was on the western side of the wall, living under American rule at the time of the takeover.
So AFD does well. Green Party takes the shellacking, but then the leftist like Green Party gets to make coalition government, and then for those that they make like backroom deals with, all right, well, you can run this department, like you can run this, but we get the prime minister though, and you don't even get to vote. We vote for our president. They just make their shady backroom deals between multiple parties, and then the Green Party gets like none of the vote. Like hardly anyone supports them, but they're gonna have a say, and they're gonna pass laws for the
Because
tiny
they
little
make enough deals.
because parliamentary systems are retarded.
Absolutely.
Sadly. And hey, we're in, and we just got shellacked because of all the illegal or all the immigration. None of us are talking about border closures. Ooh, election's over. We're not doing anything. You won, idiots.
I'll just say this. I don't think it's coincidence that all of the countries that decided to live under monarchies for several years are the ones that are now living under parliamentary systems. Whereas you have another country that won a war against a monarchy and said, we're not going to do that anymore.
Europeans in chat, we love you guys so much.
Yeah,
I know it makes you mad every time we say it.
Stupid.
America is built different.
We have our issues, but we have our ways to resolve those issues too, where they don't, and we can make our voices heard.
Absolutely.
Two-party system is a lot easier to fix stuff quickly. Austria is set to form so it's like Republicans suck. So in parliamentary system, you can create alternative parties. It's easy to have that, but then the alternative parties just get excluded. And then even if they do win big, you still have to make.
They get infiltrated by other parties too. So it's not the party that you thought it was whenever you end up voting for them. It's
Austria set to form new establishment government, excluding the right wingers who won big, but then are being excluded because they're going to be. That's the problem is they're going to be winning big. And then they're just going to be left out of the coalition governments.
They won bigly.
It sucks. It's ABF going to throw another thing in private chat for you. You're going to like this one a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, parliamentary systems can just decide. It seems like I don't live under one, but it seems that they can just decide that their election was wrong, and they can just say, "Never mind, we're going to do it again."
Yeah, and also, conservatives in Europe, or like Canada, we would not be happy with them. They are very much so not particularly conservative. Like, look at the UK. All their conservatives are like Indians and such. All right, ABF, have you seen this yet?
This is Alec Baldwin, not his finger, okay?
Have you seen this yet, though?
Yes, I have. I almost showed it on my stream yesterday, but it was already getting late, so I wanted to let Nia go.
Excellent. Well, we're going to need to roll up.
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look, Alec, I will offer you a total pardon, because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman if you kiss the ring. Kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on, Alec. Come on, look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation of me. It was not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office. You lost. Kamala lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated. Look at that suitcase. Unbelievable. Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree, you can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me, and that's okay.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
No, you realize, by the
Whoa.
way, no, look at me. I want you to look me in the eye.
Sure.
You got a camera on me here?
The ring, no, it's the ring.
You realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children. Okay.
If this camera was here, I'd snap your fucking neck in half and break your fucking neck right over, so you know that. Don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Believe me.
Okay, I want to say this real quick. I am in the same boat as Jeremy. Earlier, he said if Alec Baldwin had punched that dude right in the mouth, he would have been totally justified. However, that is fucking hilarious. So, I'm right in the middle on it.
I missed that show, but Jeremy was saying that when he was playing this clip, he almost said Alec Baldwin's finger every time he was saying Alec Baldwin.
Oh, we were talking about you in chat when that clip was playing. Everybody was.
That's so funny.
Absolutely.
Do you have merch yet, ABF? I know you were working on getting some.
I have Mo working on it.
Guns don't kill people. Alec Baldwin's finger kills people. I need it, ABF. I need it.
All right.
Writing
it down.
It's been demanded. All right. Oh, dang it. Patriot was supposed to be here. He done totally stole this. Man says he used his fake ice jacket bought on Amazon to freak out illegals. I don't know if he was just pranking me, but according to Patriot, he bought an ice jacket. He does some construction stuff, so he's often at Home Depot. So yeah, I don't know if he actually is doing it or if he was just making some jokes, but he claims he bought an ice.
I've never seen aisles in Home Depot so empty as when he wears that jacket.
Yes.
That video is kind of funny because the guy interviewing him, when he finds out that he's doing that, he just like turns really quick and walks away. It's like,
so it's a leftist doing the interview, trying to get the conservatives at was it CPAC or something? Yeah, CPAC.
It was CPAC.
And like, I can't believe you're mean to the illegals. Yeah, I give a fuck. All right.
Just let him get some cardio. What's wrong with that?
All right, good news. Democrats are falling off a cliff, according to Democrats. Let's see. And this is Penn. He's Clinton, Democrat strategist. Yeah, back under Clinton. Well, I've got some new polling coming out Monday that I've just looked at. And frankly, the Democrat Party is falling off a cliff.
Yes.
The ratings, which were in the high 40s, are going to be like 35%. So Trump's doing all the big moves. This is people should be mad at him. No, all their numbers are going up. RFK's the most popular guy in the government these days somehow. Think of the basic question. Who's doing a better job as president, Biden or Trump? Trump is winning that with 57%. I think you're seeing a retrospective assessment of Biden. People are not having Biden and realizing, oh, he wasn't just bad. He was purposely bad. And the direction the Democrat Party is going, really a lot more negative than it was on election day. Yes, suffer. And they're looking at the contrast on immigration, on economic policy, on some of the social policies. And boy, they're reevaluating.
They've got nobody on their fucking bench. There's nothing they can reevaluate.
Yes, well, I had it along with the JD Vance stuff.
Okay.
Stephen A. Smith, currently polling quite high. That's how poor the Democrats are currently doing. And the Democrat Party, I've never seen anything like this. This is a record low for the Dems in terms of favorability. It has fallen really, really way down. And I don't think there's any leadership right now that's going to be able to bring that back. Let's just go ahead and cut to Stephen A. Smith, who like joked about running, and then James Carville was like, "Oh, what do you know?" But all like Cajun or whatever. And then this guy was all like, "Oh, I could do better than you." So he's polling equally as Booty Gig, AOC, and pretend kidnapping Whitmer. Currently, the only ones beating him are Newsom, Josh Shapiro. Yes, please, Democrats run a candidate whose last name is Shapiro in 2028. Right. Please, God, yes. And Governor Wes Moore, who I've never even heard of. Everyone else, though, he beats. Illinois Governor Pritzker, Kentucky Governor.
I don't think he's running for anything anytime soon, to be honest.
He's out polling. He's out polling Kamala. The sports commentator, who's just known for like being turned into memes, is out polling Kamala. And Michelle Obama, though they love Michael Obama.
Also, Raphael Warnock, John Fetterman,
and Mark Cuban.
Go figure.
No, go figure. Cuban sucks.
Go figure. The sports commentator that has said like 3 based things in the past 15 years is outpolling all of the wild leftists plus the stroke victim John Fetterman.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the polling is so bad that I keep saying, like, you know, when I play it out in my head, they have to rebrand the Democratic Party because people don't like the policies. I know.
They're like, yes, we need to rebrand. The problem is we didn't go far left enough.
That's exactly what it is.
I hope that's the route they go.
They let the progressives in, and they're actually insane.
Yes. 100%.
Further left they go, the more they're going to lose. Look, they just appointed David Hogg. That's not going to serve them well.
I knew that was going to backfire, and I love it.
We're going to bring. Yeah, the last thing we're going to cover is the memo from the new head of the DNC and what their plan is. But here's all the boomers realizing what the Democrat Party has become.
Commie, traitor to our country!
So, donors are not happy. They are not giving the Democrats money. Often happens after an election, but still, it has gone like critical. I'll be blunt here, but this is what anonymous sources, Democrat donors though. I'll be blunt here. The Democrat Party is effing terrible, plain and simple. In fact, it doesn't get much worse. A second says they want us to spend money, and for what? For no message. What do you mean? Put men and women's sports. No organization. What do you mean? David Hogg is number 2 at the DNC now. No forward thinking. Oh, we're going to show their forward thinking here in a second. And they worked out the same playbook and the same ineffective strategies, and to what end? There's genuine frustration. George Clooney in Hollywood has had to deal with this. Now he's trying to so he got thrown under the bus for getting them all to give their money to Biden. And he was like, guys, bro, Biden's cool, man. He's good. And then they forced him to get with the Kamala bandwagon to replace him. And then Kamala lost. So they were like mad at him and he went along with them. And then they were mad at him and he went along with them. And then they ended up mad at him again. And now he's just throwing their asses under the bus. So Hollywood Democrats are mad. All the DC Democrat donors are mad. They're unpopular and they don't have money, and all their USAID money is getting cut off. Well, if we get election integrity done by Trump, midterms, they're going to be fucked. What are you saying, Hayden?
When you say they don't have money, you mean they really don't have money, because remember, the DNC was $20 million in debt whenever Kamala lost the election.
Yeah. Beyonce got to get her money, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, they're going to rebrand. They're the party of the workers, guys. So this is
we've never seen this before.
Yeah. Ken Martin, DNC chair. This is full blown retarded, but it's good to know what tactic they're going to take. And his whole thing is he's a big union guy. So his whole thing is we're middle class worker party now. This is their rebrand. But it's really funny. He admits to the truth here at the beginning. When I talk about the state of the Democrat Party, I often speak about the impact of perceptions, what voters see, feel, and sense. I believe the canary in the coal mine for what happened on November 5th was the recent showing that for the first time in modern history, Americans now see the Republicans as the party of the working class and Democrats as the party of the elites. Accurate. I grew up in a working class family, blah, blah, blah. Unions were the best, and I could not have done it without the Democrats. And Trump's agenda is failing our nation's working communities by cutting taxes on overtime. We have to take seriously the job of repairing and restoring the perceptions of our party and our brand. How? By Newsom 2028? You guys see how are they going to, if you were like trying to help them, they paid you and you were actually trying to give them good advice. What the hell do you tell them to rebrand? What do they do?
Well, it didn't work when, it did work because they elected Biden, the workers did. And then I think that they turned around and voted for Trump the next time around because those opportunities that they had disappeared.
If they wanted to make things somewhat right, they have to get moderate on certain social issues and also understand the saying, it's the economy, stupid, and not push what they pushed the last 4 years. And they have to get back in touch with the common American again, which they have not. They've become elitist. So
this right here, I put anti-Marxist in my my little subtitle because this is just Marxist subversion all over again. They've been doing it for 100 years.
Yeah,
that's all this
and
is.
that's why I'm not a member of a political party, and I never will be.
Yeah, when I had to be like a Republican to do the primaries, I was not happy about having to. And then they hit me up for money for the rest of my All right, so they're going hard in on the unions are like the bestest, and I was the chair of the Minnesota Democrat Farmer Labor Party for 14 years. And look, we won all these races in full-blown communist Minnesota. Look, everyone loves us. We are the most pro-family and pro-worker agendas in the nation.
All right, I got to bring it up.
What?
I talk about it all the time.
Do it.
Bridge is.
I did not think.
It's so no. I'm going to tell you how this ties in real quick.
Please
so
do. I'm going to go grab a beer. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So Bridge is a rebranding of the cultural DEI stuff. And I've constantly said that's a Marxist tactic. Look at what they did in Europe. The leftist party over there rebranded themselves to the Labor Party, and that's exactly what the Democratic Party is attempting to do in this move. They
should rebrand to the
sound more
Democratic Socialist Workers Party.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like, if you took the Nationalist Socialist Party and named them something.
That's what I was going for.
I don't know.
And then for those that don't
Nationalist
know,
Socialists, they're better than
in
Democratic
Europe. They call each other comrades. They have like socialists in many of like the parties' names and what have you.
Yeah.
But then also some of the conservative parties have like democracy and stuff in there, and it's all.
But then you have what would be the leftist parties in the United States. That's what we would identify them as. In Europe, they identify themselves as labor parties. And this is just the move that all of those countries made, trying to be the party of labor and party of the worker.
It's Marxism. The proletariat, power to the proletariat,
that's exactly
bro.
What it is. That's
I'm just a Christian constitutionalist American. That's my party. Like all this other stuff is.
I got my Bernie bumper sticker on the back of my electric vehicle that I wouldn't own if Bernie Sanders were in charge of anything. We would own nothing. All right, so I fundamentally believe that our party is grounded in the values, principles, and aspirations of the working class. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that. And that's going to help his approach in the years. In contrast, in only his first month in office, it's become abundantly clear Donald Trump doesn't give a damn about the kitchen table issues that matter to most Americans. What? His approval's going up. Trump and the billionaire advisors he has surrounded himself with don't give a damn about what it takes for a working family to put food on the table and keep a roof above their heads, let alone make a better life for themselves and their love. This shit's not going to work. You idiots need to figure out. I don't know what will work, but it's not this. Especially once we start, because actually goes through with all the government cuts and then starts lowering taxes and money. It's about building a multi-generational, multi-racial coalition of every worker.
Marxism, baby.
But the black ones and the disabled and lesbian ones go on top, and then like, you know, the white women, they go down like right about here. I mean, it's multiracial, but you know, there's different ladders, and like here you're on the lowest caste, white man. But if your allies will allow you, but you better not speak when a black woman is speaking. Multiracial coalition of every worker, as in organizer. Obama, do you guys remember what they referred to him as?
He was a political organizer.
Community organizer.
Yeah, I was going to say like drone daddy.
Well, that sounds like something right out of the handbook for radicals, leftist radicals, or whatever it's called. Yeah.
The rules for radicals, Saul Alinsky.
Rules for radicals. Yes. Yep.
No one, which is the Chicago mobster, political mobsters. No one person can take on the ultra wealthy and the powerful. Didn't you fuckers just give a Medal of Freedom to George Soros? By joining together in a union, working people have secured better wages and stuff, even for the people outside of the unions. The only time I've been paid less minimum wage was when I had a minimum wage job that I had to pay union dues. Thanks. And then, you'll never believe this, Project 2025, which here, let me go and look to Project 17. They mentioned Project 2025 17 times. Yeah, I'll just go through it all for you guys. There's a whole section on Project 2025, and they keep referring to it. Yeah, the last one as dark.
It's
dark
Big Bad
Project
Boogeyman.
2025. Yeah, no, literally, they're putting dark. He does it like 2 or 3 times. Dark Project 2025. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, that worked out for Dark Brandon, didn't it?
I think that's what they're doing. Yeah, no, that's literally it.
What's so funny about that is that they didn't realize that they tried to make Dark Brandon a meme, and then we took over Dark Brandon and started making fun of it, and they didn't realize we were making fun of it.
Well, they don't know how to meme to protect their own memes.
They turned it into a campaign shirt. I really wanted to buy one, but I didn't want to get Democrats hit me up for money for the next decade. I wanted one an official Dark Brandon shirt, man. I wanted it so bad.
It was so funny because it was the right wing that came up with Dark Brandon, and then they tried to take it and did so unsuccessfully.
It's the Tolkien quote: "The evil cannot create, it can only destroy what's already been made by better men," type of thing. Yeah,
absolutely.
That describes them.
Elon Musk, who stole Trump's spotlight to become the new face of the administration. So they're supposed to be putting out like their agenda, and they're like, Elon stealing your spotlight, Trump, get mad at him. Please get mad at him. Oh my God. I almost used that word.
And like we covered last week, Elon and Trump have a total.
I almost used the F word.
Yeah. Hannity's like, I feel like I'm interviewing 2 brothers.
Yeah.
Elon keeps literally expressing his love on Twitter to him. He like won't stop. And someone joked, it's nice having reporters, and when they're doing like the little like news conference or whatever, is having reporters actually asking funny questions. And one of them was like, asked Trump, is Melania like getting jealous of you guys? And he like played off so, and it's like, they laugh. It's actually awesome seeing all these guys. I keep seeing them laughing all the time because they're actually like having a good time while they're doing all these press conferences and what
That's
have
when
you.
somebody asks a question like that, it actually brings levity to the entire situation. It brings that little bit of comic relief that just makes everybody feel more comfortable with everything again.
I watched Kash Patel when he got confirmed or like whatever. Like he says the blah blah blah. Now I'm the FBI director. Sworn in. There, that's the word. Didn't prepare a speech.
Nope.
Just goes off the cuff. That's what I'm saying. Like we're getting real people, and they're being real transparent as well. It's fucking weird. It is weird.
It's only weird because we haven't seen this in the U.S. government in over 100 years. So. But we're getting back to, keep in mind that in the early days of the U.S. government, we did have a caning that happened on the floor of the Senate, and we've had multiple other times that people were just shit talking each other.
Bring back duels.
I'm just glad we're bringing back the shit talking. Like I'm all here for it.
And in
That's what
Congress in the
Americans
early
founded on.
days, we used to have mandatory prayer sessions as well. So mandatory, they would have to go outside, pray, and clear their mind.
Q shaman, jeez, we can't have you praying in Congress now.
Exactly.
They prayed 7 times during the inauguration of George Washington.
Yep.
That's good.
There were 7 prayer breaks.
And not just for 2 minutes either. It was 2
hours each.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Speaking of 2 hours, let's finish this up right quick and we get on up out of here. Project 2025 also sets out to ban public sector unions. Government employees should not be allowed to unionize. Put the servant back in public servant. And they make the union deals with themselves, essentially. Yep. Here's an idea. As soon as half of Americans in the private sector have pensions again, then you can have a pension. Till then, servant, go screw yourself. Maybe we'll let you have health insurance. It's a historically monumental driver of economic mobility, especially for marginalized workers. They're saying we can't fire government employees because it's a way for Black people to have economic mobility.
What?
DEI.
Yep.
It's DEI.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we got all the DEI hires.
Off of the government, except they're government employees instead of just being leeches on the government.
Yeah, the
like
Black dude holding the while they're doing like the road construction, and there's a Black dude who just holds the stop sign and then turns it around and says slow, and then
no, it's worse than that, Erwin. What it is somebody who gets an office job in a desk and doesn't do jack shit for a week. But Elon was asking about that. So, who knows? Maybe some of those emails went out and maybe some of them get to keep their jobs.
But they get to work from home, Hayden.
Not anymore.
Moratorium! To save money, to save taxpayers' dollars. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. The pay gap between Black workers and white workers is smaller in the public sector than the private sector. I want to get the pay gap between public sector and private sector to be a pay gap of 0 in the public sector to all in the private sector. Fuck the public sector. We don't need...
No, okay, here's the thing.
The
public sector should only be paid what the average of private sector employees are getting paid. At the very most, they should be getting paid the average of what
$12,000 a year.
Yep,
is what I vote for. I think you have to start paying taxes. About 12,000. Yeah. Yeah.
20. Roughly 20.
Okay, but they have to work 50-hour weeks.
How about we just
And no health
privatize everything
insurance.
and they actually compete for their jobs and their income and stuff? What a concept.
I was about to say, I don't want to go full-blown fascist, but let's just go and privatize what needs to be privatized. And the rest of the state governments can run. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. This is his bottom line. Blah, blah, blah. Trump harmed working families. What? All right. Trump and his billionaire backers are hell-bent on attacking working families, dismantling the unions that protect them to enrich themselves. That's really weird because Trump and Elon neither are taking paychecks for this. Really weird way of enriching themselves.
Enrich themselves is just a term that they throw in to try to justify the part where they said dismantling unions that protect workers. That's all it is.
And as Democrats, it's our responsibility to stand up for working people and unite behind the kitchen table issues that connect us all. All right, we're doing show of hands. If you think the Democrats are going to come back to reality and kitchen table issues, 2 hands. If you think they might come to some sanity, 1 hand. If you think they're fucking retards and they're going to continue retardifying into the depths of hell, continue looking the exact way you're looking. Yeah, I don't think they're going to change at all. Do you guys see? I think they go farther. I think they go farther left. What do you guys think?
I think so.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
They're going to lean into it.
They don't know how to do anything but double down anymore.
Yep.
That's all they are capable of. And then all the people who are like, well, maybe we should have gone more moderate. That's why Kamala lost. They already shouted them all down and said, no, we need to go farther left.
Those people are already starting to join the big tent of the Republican Party.
They do not possess the capacity for self-reflection whatsoever.
They're going to
impossible
flounder
for them.
For so long. A populace is going to come around and start picking up all the pieces. That's what's going to happen.
That's what I think's already happening. I think that's already happening with the Trump camp. Like
Well,
you've
could
already
be.
seen people that since he's gotten elected that have switched and they voted for Kamala, and they're already more on the side of Trump than they
Well, you
are on the
have
side
to
of the
realize
Democrats.
the entire Trump administration is former Democrats, former disenfranchised
Absolutely.
Democrats, including President Trump
Trump,
himself, Elon Musk, Tulsi, RFK, all of them. It's disenfranchised Democrats who got sick of the radical left party.
Liberals. Yeah, go, David.
They almost won with Bernie Sanders, but Deep State wouldn't allow that to happen. And then Trump came along, broke his brain to where Bernie Sanders just started saying the same things that the Democrats wanted him to, and became highly unpopular. It's insane.
The reason the Democrats kept stealing it from him was because even they, in their crazy delusions, knew that his far left socialist ass had zero chance of winning. They went from that to putting up Kamala Harris and Tim China Lover Waltz. Yeah. Democrats used to be like, no, Bernie, you're too far left. We can't run you as a candidate. At this point now, he's too old. He honestly was probably their best chance.
Yeah. Well, Bernie used to advocate things like strong borders because you can't have a bunch of people on these, welfare systems that they want to have. And he was very, hypercritical on the pharmaceutical industry, which is a big no-no now.
And he also doesn't take money from foreign government action committees. He doesn't take there's other things, but he's still a wacko. He's still a wacko commie,
That being said, yes, Bernie is still a crazy communist. He honeymooned in Russia and, spoke with a lot of fellow travelers back in the days of the USSR.
Didn't have a real job until becoming a politician at 40.
That's not a real job.
Married into money.
He has three mansions. He has 3 mansions.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Real easy to be a socialist when you marry a rich woman.
Millionaires and billionaires. I mean, just the billionaires. Right?
My book sold $1 million worth, but if you wrote a book too that was as good as my book, you could also have $1 million. Okay, Bernie. All right, whatever you say, man.
Political Irwin is classic Irwin. Yes. All right. Anything else you guys want to chat about before we do some outros? Anything else you're like, I can't believe dumbass Irwin didn't get to? We got to a lot. We went a lot longer than I apologize. We went a little late today.
I'm happy about Kash Patel now having the reins on the ATF for a while. I think that's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I had brought that up on a normal stream, but yeah. ABF, like the things they would need to do to be getting rid of the ATF, they are currently doing those steps.
Yeah, I would say at the very least, just kneecap everything to where they just can't do anything. That's all we need the ATF to do is be like, you know what? Maybe we should go after normal citizens and actually look for people to try to make bombs and use them. So
let's investigate who worked with Eric Holder to send guns to the cartels back in the Obama administration. Let's do something like that. Something useful. Find some real criminals.
Crazy. Never gonna happen.
ABF, tell us about any upcoming streams you might have tomorrow.
Tomorrow I have Trigger Happy that leads into Leighton Gay with the GCA, and tomorrow's guest, yes, we have 2, is going to be Kata and Atreus. We managed to book them in the last week of Black History Month.
Ooh, we're on GCA or on yours or
on Leighton Gay GCA.
Yeah. Okay. Damn, man, your guys' property values are going to go down. Hey, anything you would like to plug?
Just Leighton Gay with the GCA, and then every Monday I'm on with ABF, and every Tuesday back here. I'm working on getting a stream operating within the month of March at some point. So sometimes we'll be gaming, sometimes we'll be covering stuff. Sometimes I'll try to do Ryan Kennel video mode during the streams. We'll see what happens, but it's on the back burner. I'm kind of working it in. So
if I don't get invited on as a guest in the first month, I'm mass reporting your channel. Isaac, anything you would like to plug? And by that I mean follow him on Twitter if somehow you're not already following him. He I think has the most followers of all of us, unless ABF's beating him.
Well,
I'm at
Isaac,
I'm at 2,200.
Tell us who some of your followers are. Name some of the big ones.
Thomas Massey, Native Patriots.
He didn't get any money from AIPAC.
No, yeah, he's my favorite congressman for reasons. And and if you could, I'm trying to start up my YouTube channel too. I'm uploading. I have my schedule every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm uploading videos on politics, pop culture, and news, giving my opinions about all those things. a stream will be down the line in the future when I can get that set up. And yeah, so YouTube and X is where I'm the most busy at the moment. But I appreciate you for having me on. This was fun.
Isaac, I'm proud of you. If we had more Gen Zs like you and less queers, I'd be very happy with the future. Oh, well, yeah. You know, it's like Badger and like California Straight. Like he's Gen Z straight.
I'm only gay for one man. I'm only gay for one man.
Oh wait,
they're gonna clip that, but that's okay. I had my face covered at the time.
You literally held up something that they could meme onto it as well. Oh well, I don't think Mo's watching anymore. Oh yeah, no. Here's what I prefer. Lex Luthor, the unauthorized biography.
That's awesome.
Yeah, let's see. Does that actually look good? Oh wait, it actually does look good.
That does look good.
Does it show any boobs? No. All right. All right. Did we do everything? Do we get to do the countdown? Oh wait, oh yeah, you're free reign.
Free reign. I've got 1 through 12 of the manga now.
We're at 8 for 8 on talking about anime on our politics stream.
Yes.
Could not do it without you, Hayden, or chat. Appreciate you all so much. Enjoy the 2 minutes of outro. Oh wait, what? Now it's some Star. Yeah. Our little Gen Z's getting cultured, guys.
I know.
And a little bonus clip before the outro.
My show had value, and that. I'm sorry.
Your tears are so yummy and sweet.
What are you saying, Isaac? Quick, before I press the button.
It's pre-Disney. It's pre-Disney. I don't buy Disney stuff. It's no Disney. Lucas era.
No based Disney. In Star Wars build.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
You're a really dull class.
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring.
Biden crime family.
Why? You're getting nervous, man.
How dare you?
And Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
You're wrong.
Puerto Rico. I will never apologize for standing up for an LBG. I intend to resign as party leader. LGBTQ2+. Kids' rights.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
As prime minister. The level of admiration I actually have for China.
Oh, son of a...
But he called her a third-rate politician. He said there are communists involved and you guys might like that.
Good morning. Sunday morning.
Shut up, silly woman. America will never be a socialist country.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
America was founded on liberty and independence and not government coercion, domination, and control.
To collapse the liberal international order. He is the smartest man I know. You know the thing.
It's the Donald! Oh my God!
No, but I mean, it's not about, I know.
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
Called the wrap-up smear.
It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk.
Please clap.
Oh, and this one's for you, Isaac.